62 Fear is one of the harder challenges that Hades 2 has to offer, but it's probably the most fun difficulty level in all of Hades 2. As someone who hasn't played much in comparison to other High Fear players, especially considering I've never played the original Hades 1, I felt like I should make a silly little video in my style about playing High Fear. However, before I dive into the run, I want to start off by saying that this run was incredibly lucky and not at all realistic about the majority of High Fear runs. So if you are attempting High Fear runs for the first time, do not feel bad if your 5th run is not the exact same as mine. This is the first time that I hit Zeus on a run, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Just keep in mind, I got incredibly lucky with everything from boons to gods to hammers. So yeah, please enjoy the video.
For the daughters of night, ready or not, hence I go.
I hope you all enjoyed that little montage. That took way too long to make. But before we go into the run, this is the Arcana. Pretty standard Fate Swim stuff. We just play Death instead, or we play Strength instead of Death. Sorry. And then 62 Fear, obviously, pretty basics. We're not playing Void because Void is not fun. Maybe for another video, but not for this one. This one is just my experience playing Circe. So yeah. I might turn this into a little series with every single aspect. I know a lot of YouTubers do that, but I don't know. Delusional. Anyways. We've already done a Mel clear, done a Circe clear. Probably not going to do a Momus clear, and then maybe the next one will be Anubis. But yeah, hope you all enjoy the video. I will see you in the actual run. Okay. Alright. This is a little post recording commentary because I did not have my mic on because there was a lot of things going on in my dorm. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk through my thought process really throughout this run, just for, I don't know, to help people, I guess. Not much to say in the first couple rooms. It's just kind of don't get hit. My Hades boon from Palm is Life Tax, which is really nice. It's basically just a guaranteed Erebus clear if you're competent enough. But there's been many times where I have had Life Tax and I've left Erebus with 0 on the Life Tax, and that's totally fine. But this is incredibly lucky. This is where the luck starts. Second room, roll into Zeus, and then we get another Zeus room. So right away, this is already awesome. I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro part, but this was literally like my 5th time playing Circe High Fear ever. And the other times were resets because I just got the worst of boons. It was
absurd. I had Tranquil Gain, and that was my only boon going into Hecate on one of my runs, and I was like, how did this even happen? I just played terribly and didn't use my resources correctly. But I was really happy to see Zeus because Storm Ring, I think, is the best. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure.
From on high.
But Storm Ring is really, really good because it's really great single target damage, and also like its area clear can be good, especially with two of them. As you can see right here, like that was just a bunch of death for the Spindles. So that's really good. And then on our second door, obviously, or a second boon from Zeus, we get the Blitz attack, which is super, super nice that I didn't have to choose between its Blitz attack and Storm Ring. I probably would have clicked Blitz specials, but I don't know. The Mel staff. This is the first 62 fear I got. Was on Melstaff. The Melstaff in me is like, no, you must play Blitz on the attack. So that's fun. We get a Hermes boon. I was kind of excited for this Hermes boon. I don't know. I was really happy to see. Don't get me wrong. Hasty Retreat is amazing, but we don't have that many boons, so it's not fantastic. I would have preferred an Epic Nitro boost or Stutter Step. That's just me. Obviously, we can't get something like. What's the percent one? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting names of boons. That's crazy. We can't get, you know what I'm talking about. The Hermes boon that, oh, success rate. There we go. Can't get success rate yet. We have nothing for it. But yeah. We pick up Aphrodite on the mini boss, which is fantastic. And we get Glamour Gain, which is pretty much just guaranteed origination. However, we can't use Huntress anymore because that we just like immediately regen all of our magic, which I definitely don't forget later on in the run. It's not really important that I forgot it, but that's alright. Right now I'm trying to decide what I want to do. If I want Chaos or Shop, just like the guaranteed shop skip, I'm not going to be able to buy anything. But yeah. I have no money, so I don't know why I'm like sitting here. Oh, I'm contemplating Hammer or Trial, and I definitely go Trial here. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff that we want from both Zeus and Aphrodite, and the Aphrodite trial isn't that bad. Sad that we got both Static Shock and Double Strike, but obviously we're clicking the 25% Double Strike. That's incredible. But going back to the hammer, there's not really much we need from the hammer, especially because we don't really have a specific build set in yet. And also, our cast is going to be most of our damage. I don't know why I'm not casting. You should put down your cast every second that you can, pretty much. Obviously, within reason. If there's like, if you know another wave is about to come up and you know it's a fish room and you just spam your cast, you're probably not going to do great against the fish. Cast is amazing against fish. I hate fish, so that's great. To be honest, I was very much contemplating just clicking Broken Resolve because there's no base power on the staff. This is Artemis. You can tell because the timer in the top right is paused. It means it's going to be Artemis because we don't know, or we know it's not any other paused timer events, I guess. That's great. As you can see, I'm literally throwing out my Omega special to like get onto Huntress, and Glamour Gain just immediately puts me all the way back up to the top. So we can't use Huntress. We can use it for a couple attacks, which is really sad, but the overall downtime between attacking and using the Omegas, it's just better to use the attacks because your magic just isn't going to be great. So yeah, you definitely palm the Blitz here because 10% on your specials isn't going to do much. Although Killing Stroke is amazing. And I think I sit here and contemplate Killing Stroke or Lethal Snare for some reason. And then I realized that I have 5 air already, which is kind of absurd. Which, if you know, puts us onto air quality. But we have nothing that works with air quality, so I don't know why I was like freaking out about that. I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, Killing Stroke's definitely the move. Just because it's a higher percentage to crit on the specials, and the specials have 200% more damage already. So I don't know why I was contemplating for so long. But that's fine. This room is kind of sucky. It's one of our last rooms, and the further like you go, like rooms 10 and 11 are gonna suck. They're gonna be longer. So I'm not too unhappy about this, especially because we have 2 minutes left on the timer, and this is like one of our last rooms. So assuming we don't get completely fried on our last room, or assuming that this is our last room in general, like our timer is really good. Obviously it's no speedrun time, but I'm not really trying for that right now. I'm just trying to get used to 62 fear. Maybe one day I'll get up there, but that's great. Spindles with orbitals kind of suck, especially when they're giant, because the orbitals in turn are giant, and so are their spindles. So that's awesome. But it is our final. You definitely don't go shop here. You definitely just take the Hef boon for safety, guaranteed. I don't know why I'm contemplating again. This is really obvious. Thank you. Um, guaranteed safety is so good. I was really hoping for Demeter in this run, just because part of me was like, oh, we can use air quality and get the Gales to do a bunch of damage, but that's not really that worth it, because, I mean, yes, Demeter has a lot of safety, but a lot of that safety is from freeze. So take that into account, and we don't have a slot for a freeze boon. I don't want to sacrifice anything for a freeze boon. I'm very happy taking Hef. So Hecate's a pretty interesting boss fight. It's not hard, but it's definitely not easy. It depends a lot on your patterns, really. This isn't a terrible pattern. I don't have a lot of practice on this pattern. Oh wow, that's amazing. That's incredible at this game. But Hecate isn't that hard. It's just this pattern that I don't have much practice with. You will see I actually get stunned by it and then get knocked into the sheep ball. And then I'm not used to being a pig and having that much dash. But dash and I take like 28 damage in there total there. Which is kind of sad, but we do have life tax, so it's no big deal because life tax does work on scars now. But that being said, that I am being spammed on Discord. 1 second. Anyways, thing with the sheep ball is, as you can see, our timer did just get bled down a lot. But it's fine. 24 seconds. We have plenty of time. Like, that doesn't seem like that much. Like, oh no, you have 24 seconds left. Like, yeah, if we didn't get a skip, we would have started taking timer damage, but we did get skipped, so it's not the end of the world.
Try another one, maybe.
That's great. Definitely just take Krolos here. Wow. That was beautiful. Shout out to my mic when the fan is on. I love recording in here because it means that I can't have my mic on when the fan's on, and if the fan's not on, the college heats it up to like 80 degrees in our rooms for some reason, so it gets real hot real fast. So that's a lot of fun. But I'm kind of hoping for Demeter. I just kind of, yeah, I don't know. Not gonna sell anything. I don't know why I checked. Because we have Krolex, so that's awesome. Krolex is basically just guaranteed money set for the entire run. You really don't need to worry about money anymore. You just kind of need to plan out sometimes how you use your Krolexes. I like to save my last one just in case I find a Hex, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not using any magic with this setup. And right now I'm on 0 magic, so that's awesome. But pretty standard form clear right here. Transform, we get a Centaur Heart. I'm just gonna take it, not gonna transform it. In retrospect, I should have transformed it because I don't take any more HP for the rest of the run and I end up just Wantlering. But again, you don't know this stuff when you're in the run. I like to play safe with my picks. I'm a very aggressive player, so I kind of need that. I don't like to sit and respect enemies, which is why I play the staff. So that's awesome. But we get the free Hef boon here. Definitely security system. It sucks that we lose heavy metal, because if we got that like at the end of Tartarus and it was like epic, we would have just done so much damage to Kronos. But we did a pretty good amount of damage to Kronos. You will see towards the end of the run. Get our gold pot because we're responsible. Take the HP because again, right here I'm wondering if the free hit hits the armor. I wasn't sure. I've never gotten that before where I was like, yes, I will do this. But fair enough, it does hit Trusty Shield, and then we get to palm up our double strike, which is incredible. And as you can see, boom, we get the Hex. Best use case for a Hex, write this down, is to purge it for 550 gold, because holy cow, getting 2 boons off of 1 hex is the best trade ever. I don't think anyone should ever even consider not doing that because that's absurd, especially if you don't play with debt. That is 3 boons plus 100 gold for 1 hex. So if you're not doing a hex run, there's really no point to take hexes anymore, which is kind of funny. Wow, that was a great hippo kill. Good job, Bear. Oh, it's 500. Oh, I thought it was 550. Okay, whatever. We don't need the Afro boon. We do want a hammer. And we do get, what's this place called? Asphodel. Asphodel. Look at that. I said it before the name popped up, by the way, so that's like pretty impressive. Anyways, we got Asphodel. We can do the skip. If you don't know, you can just stand outside the circle. It will the percentage in the top left corner will just decrease to 0, and you won't have to clear Asphodel, but you won't get your reward. So I really want this hammer, so I'm just gonna stand in the circle. It's not the end of the world. Not even like that shade. That's kind of absurd. I think I was thinking about it when I was walking up to it, but yeah. I'm realizing I need to pay attention to where Rocky is more because he flies over to enemies and I can just cast and kill them, but I don't ever do that. So that's a lot of fun because I could have taken damage from these people, but I didn't. So that's awesome. We do get armor break, which is incredible. We definitely need that on the hammer. One of the better hammers. Obviously, dual moonshot best. I'd say armor break is second, and then shimmering moonshot is third, just because it gives you lots of area clear, but we don't really need area clear. Blaze definitely lightning lance. I don't know why I'm deliberating. And this is where I forget that we have glamour gain. I pick up the magic. I'm like, oh sweet. I can get off of or get onto Huntress, and then I immediately. And now it's already back. See, like watching the magic there, it's like it's not worth the downtime. Probably in the beginning of the fight it is, but yeah. Alright, so for this first Sirens phase, I always like to go for the back left tentacle, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Tentacle on by right now. That's the one I like to kill first, just because, I don't know. And then I like to work my way counterclockwise around towards Roxy, and then get towards Roxy. It's probably safer to kill one closer to Roxy faster. But wow, we killed Siren. This is a good Sirens fight. We have so much damage. Holy cow. That's amazing. But yeah, that that back left tentacle doesn't really get to play the video game better, which is kind of funny. I just bully it. That's fun. We get the Roxy star. I don't know what it's called. Featured artist. There we go. Get the Roxy featured artist, which is kind of annoying because I don't know the patterns, but it's not the end of the world. And dealing with Roxy's AoE is already annoying enough as it is, so it's like, I don't know. I don't find it the most annoying. I think honestly Jetty's the most annoying for me. That was a bad cast because it's just gonna sit there and do nothing now, and it's just gonna make this part awkward. Yeah, I take 8 damage. But I have Trusty Shield, so it's okay. Anyways. I think Jetty's the worst for me personally because it's just so much to look at, and also I'm colorblind, fun fact. So, looking at the posters on the ground is kind of hard for me compared to like this giant ball flying at you. Silly kind of just does nothing, and then the patterns for Jetty are pretty easier. They're pretty easy to dodge. I don't know because you're already on the lookout for Jetty all the time, so that's great. We take Silken Sash into Fields, which is definitely a choice because if you know, you don't get armor from your Silken Sash, like after, like you clear this, like so like when I get this onion, I'm not going to get +4 armor, I'm going to get it +4 after I get both my trees and leave the room. So it doesn't really get that much value because you have to fight enemies to get the same amount of armor. But I grab it because I'm really confident in my Fields. I'm really confident in my Serb. I'm probably not going to lose all of my armor to Serb, and I just want to build up armor, so that way we have the opportunity to build into Wildland. And for this Palm, I'm probably just going to hope for it to hit Double Strike. I don't know what else it would really really benefit us that much. Maybe I don't even know what we have. I think double strike is definitely the play. And I think that's what we hit because all I remember is just hitting a bunch of double strikes on our palms. Yeah, we do hit double strike. Nice. Okay. Ooh.
I accept this
So why am I
fate.
debating? Oh, there's Storm Ring.
Think I can
Apollo is
finally
good.
go.
We want sprint. We don't have move speed yet, and I like move speed for not only Kronos but for Cerberus. It makes Cerberus a lot easier to have either move speed or any Demeter effect, so taking Apollo is definitely good. Cerberus literally becomes a walk in the park when you have freeze and or gales. Um, so I don't know what I'm deliberating. Those were terrible options. So just take the sprint, move on,
Echo,
like every
you're all
other
right.
Apollo menu. Evade is definitely just, yeah, the best.
Such a
Because
power.
it's like guaranteed you take like 50% damage for the rest of the run. I do want a second hammer and gold. I don't really need the magic, which is why I'm like, do I need an Afro boon? Do I not? Find our door pretty fast.
Gold in
And
once
we want to go
again.
kill the little vacuum over here because they actually, when they like do their suck thing, that takes up dodge chances, which is really annoying because you'll just be like chilling and then you'll be sucked halfway across the map from something you can't even see, and then you will have no more dodge chance. Um, which kind of sucks and defeats the whole purpose of taking the dodge chance. So that's awesome. And like these clears are so standard that like I don't think I need to comment on them. I should be playing more cover than just running out in the open, but I'm just trying to group the enemies so that way my attack hits as many as possible. Same thing with special. Surprised that I didn't just go kill that little vacuum shade over there for the same reason that I said before. Because they suck, literally. Oh, get that? That was fun. That was fun. Muncher's unstunnable is kind of annoying. Also, I don't know the official name for them. I just know that Boded calls them Munchers. So, oh, I had a Krolix. Oh, look at that. At least
Attention,
when I
huh?
play the game, I pay attention. That's fantastic. This mini boss is interesting. I don't know if its suck uses up your dodges, but I'm not trying to take any chances. So I just kind of play ring around the resi with it, kill all the enemies, and then hope that my cast kills it. It's still alive. It just finally died, so that's good. And then we just have one big wolf. I don't know what they're called. So yeah, we get dual moonshot, which is easily the best hammer for the staffs because it just doubles your special damage, which is usually like your percent engine. That's
Hear
great.
me, on my
Get our
authority.
second Hermes boon. I'm looking for either Nitro Boost and Success Rate, but we hit Nitro Boost, so that's awesome. I think I'm contemplating
Ready when
Travel Deal
ready.
just because I have so much money, but it's not worth it. Our end shop could suck, and it does suck in this run. So that's great.
You're
Again,
very
really confident
vigilant,
with my
I'll
serve
grant you
fight,
that.
so I will be shocked if I take really any damage at all. Our damage looks pretty good right here. Wow, really good. You got 3 attacks off before we faced him. So that's pretty awesome. This is the hardest part of the entire sword fight. You can't change my mind. Just because you're gonna lose all your leverage barriers to lava or miasma, or just get hit by skeleton bomber. Fantastic. His barriers go down really fast, which is good. I mean, it's not really surprising that it does because we do have 2 storm rings with level 7 double strike. So we do a lot of damage. Here's a pretty good dodge. I was kind of proud of that when I recognized that he was gonna do another fire breath, so I started running left after the circle's cleared. Um, one of those things where it feels really cool in the moment, and you look at the recording, and you're
And
like,
whoever
wow, that
said
was
Circe was a good
really
aspect
good
might have
porn.
been right.
Thank you for the comment. That was awesome. I forgot that I did that. Kind of scared myself. Um, you can hear I just said Circe's a good aspect, and whoever said it's a good aspect, you were right.
Moving on.
So now it's Wantler time. Really, really easy Wantler, to be honest. It's pretty free.
Authorized personnel
I think
only.
I take a screenshot of my boons here, so I'm gonna have to restart the recording. Just because it's a really good run. It's my like first run that made it out of Erebus, and it's like into Tartarus with no sign of slowing down, so that's awesome. I will see you when I actually get into Tartarus though.
Okay, so yeah, we take the screenshot of the boons just to show off to the to the Moonlight Discord server. Shout out Boated. Um, but yeah, we take the Wantler because it's so free. I debate Lion Fang 'cause I'm scared. This is my first time playing Wantler in a high fear run, so that's pretty interesting. But we have 105 armor, we have security system, rip mint condition, we have trusty shield, we have like everything. So I think
Here goes.
never mind. Okay, I thought I'd give a comment right there, but
Almost there.
I don't remember. So Tartarus is a pretty interesting biome. It's pretty different, I guess you could say, in the way that you don't want to take any extra routes on Highfeared because that adds to your wound depth, which just literally makes your fights harder. And right now we don't have deep descent because we hit life tax, which carried us in the early game. So now we want something to carry us in the late game. Usually, I like Unseen Ire, I like Gigaros Dash, but none of our damage is from attack special right now, so we don't want Gigaros Dash at all. In fact, we just want Deep Descent because it's the best, but I'm happy for Unseen Ire.
I want to put this on record. If I lose this, it's Frey's fault.
Shout out Frey for pulling me into playing White Antler. And shout out me for not throwing this run, because I'm pretty good at throwing runs. That's epic. This should be last. Oh, there was something up here. Okay. Pretty good room. It's pretty fast just because there's so much weight in the room. If you don't know, the bigger and stronger enemies are. Like if you get a room full of fish, obviously you get a lot more fish than if you get a room full of like satyrs, you know? Like that just makes sense. There's weight per room. I don't know how it works specifically, but only a certain amount of enemies can spawn in a room. If you want to learn more about that, probably look up the video because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, check my dodge, and we've only dodged 5 times, which is great, because that means we have 40% dodge for Chronos. We want to keep that as high as possible, obviously. I think we do get some dodges in Chronos. We only end up taking like 40 damage to Chronos, so we keep all of our armor at the end, which is pretty cool. Wow, these Tempai are just sniping me. Beautiful. Love Tempai. Last room. I think this is, yeah, giant Tempai, which snipe me even more because I'm just bad. We lose all of our resistance, we dodge one, get hit, dodge. Like, oh, Tempai, I just love orbitals so much. So weird to play around, but this should be it because they're kind of fat. Never mind. I was really wrong, and it just spawns more armored giant Tempai. How beautiful. Pretty easy clear.
Yeah, that
This
was my
should be
least
Hades.
favorite room of all time. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, valid. No, that was a pretty second room. We do get deep descent. I kind of get a little happy. Old Grudge is decent, but deep descent is just the best because you don't have to fight an entire mini boss, and also 50% of the ads don't spawn, which means he gets 50% less healing. You have to deal with 50% less ground waves. It's awesome. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay. This is exactly why I didn't buy Travel Deal, by the way, or click Travel Deal, because our end shop sucked, and I was really scared that it was gonna suck. So you definitely just palm double strike, and then, I mean, yeah, we grab the HP and the money just to farm cards, but we don't even get one, so that's sad. So time for Tart, or time for Chronos. This is a pretty trivial fight, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 3 is where I struggle a lot, so that's fun. But with Deep Descent, phase 1 becomes a cakewalk, phase 2 is a lot easier, there's a lot less visual clutter, there's a lot less time stops, there's a lot less healing going on, so it's just a lot easier in general. Our phase 1 damage is kind of slow just because we get kind of unlucky with all of his patterns, and I take my sweet time taking care of the ads. Not trying to risk anything. I like playing safe, as I said. So I should have waited for Rocky to fly up, but I wasn't really paying attention to Rocky. I was just kind of paying attention to Kronos, making sure I don't get randomly hit with a 50 damage scythe out of downtown. This pattern's kind of weird if you don't know it, but you just kind of walk towards a wall. He'll break some of the orbitals on a wall, and then before he dashes at you, you dash towards him, and you're fine. This is where the mini boss would spawn, but since we have D%, we get the easiest boss fight in our lives. So, and another frickin' vortex. Phase 2 is kind of unfortunate because I go for the instant phase, but I get caught in the time bubble. But luckily we do clear his insta-kill, and then I think I can clear his insta-kill, and I can't, and I just barely make it into the circle with the crazy amount of move speed that we have. We have like, that's like 30 from sprint, and then 15, and then 10. So I don't know how much we have. But yeah, as you can see, our damage is a little crazy just because as soon as Kronos stopped moving, he just died. Which was kind of foreshadowing for what's going to happen in phase 3. This is one of the more chaotic phase 3s that I've seen, just because there's so many of the, I don't know what they're called, but when it goes like ding and it spawns the ring out, just like that. Like there's so many of them. Usually there's not that many, but I don't know, the sound is just kind of throwing me off. And I don't know. There's more damage that we take from Kronos. I'm not really sure how that hit me though. That low key, that hitbox is kind of absurd. It kind of needs to be changed, but that's alright. That's just me coping because I don't get hit from it there, and I'm like, I don't understand how I got hit the first time, but hit the second time. If I'm gonna get punished, I'd rather it be consistent every single time. But good read there that he's gonna do the side throw, and then yeah, pretty clean Kronos fight.
Alright, it's not your fault, Frey. You are free.
And yeah, that's all for the Circe 62 fear. Let me know if, or what the next aspect should be. We have some pretty good stats.
That being said, I hope you did enjoy the 62 Circe run. Let me know what aspect I should do next. Preferably not one that sucks. I don't want to do any blades. But if you did enjoy the video, it would mean the world to me if you give it a big finger and subscribed to the video. It took a lot of time to do this, especially during finals week. I definitely spent way too much time on this, and I should be studying right now. But that's alright. Because, I don't know, this video was fun. It was a good break. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, just make sure to leave a like and subscribe, just to make my day a little bit better. And make sure to let me know what aspect I should do next for 62 Fear. I'd love to turn this into a series. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Goodbye.